power to the younger generation. If you look at the example of Canada, for example, I believe the Prime Minister is not even 50, and he's stepping down and asking people to now give others a chance to lead. In Kenya, we have people who are very old, some of them even campaigning right now, maybe at the age of 80, to be the AUC chairperson. So then what happens to the children? What happens to the grandchildren? You know, most of our leaders in Kenya, particularly in Africa also, they are 60 and above. These people have reached the retirement age. They've gone beyond what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be looking into other avenues of helping society, go into private practice, help the younger generation, give out your wisdom, your experience, so that these younger generation individuals can then take over.
And since we are known to do the copy-paste kind of thing, yes. One then would want to take the most recent case or example and ask you, how old is Trump?
Yeah, I mean, it's true, of course. Trump is, I don't know, probably 70 or
78.
I'm not sure, 78. Yeah. And, you know, you copy examples that take you forward. But look at all these governments and look at the cabinet that will be announced. I am sure you will have young people there. I think the other day on social media, people were comparing Kenya's ICT cabinet secretary to South Africa's cabinet secretary, a young lady, I think in her early 30s. You see, so these are examples, and in Kenya, we have a clash of generations. We don't want to accept that, you know, we have youth who have gone through free primary education. These youth are educated. They know nothing else other than the new constitution. You see, some of us lived in the old constitution and we only know things that are done in, you know, abducting people and killing them and stuff like that. But this generation is very well informed. They understand what is happening. I think the other day it's the Speaker of the Senate who said, asiyefunzwa na mamaye hufunzwa na ulimwengu. But we want to tell him also, mtoto mleavyo ndivyo akuavyo. You are thieves, you are corrupt, you are liars as leaders. In fact, this generation has done such a great favor to this country not to follow the example of the older generation. What they're doing is criticizing with facts. And the problem is that because they're doing this, you feel threatened. And rightfully, they want to take over to bring in a new way of doing things. So I believe that, you know, the young generation in this country are on the right track. We need to encourage them to continue criticizing. And that, for me, is patriotism. Patriotism is not loyalty to your government. Patriotism is loyalty to your country.
And the boss of the government reminds the parents that, hey, you have slacked somewhere, and I want to assume that even the leaders are parents. Dr. Maina, have the parents failed in a way? Because then, I mean, where did the rain start beating us?
I'd like to answer this question of morality, citing the values of the wise, which include trust, caring, respect, fairness, courage, and honest. I know our leaders may have a problem in understanding that because they choose not to. But what I think that parents have not failed, and one, somebody has failed somewhere, not our teachers, not our parents. But what our youth do is that they do a simple thing that man can see, man can do. And the man can see, man can do is what has happened of previously and even currently, because you see that parents say, don't do this, and they are doing.